Hello, Switchy here. In this guide I go through the last bosses in Blaster Master 03. If you have ideas, advice or strategies, please comment below. Please subscribe to my channel so you do not miss future content. The Bloodstained Planade G, a two-phased encounter. In the first phase you use your tank. Avoid the red nails that become more and more during the fight. The boss spawns purple balls that turn into fast projectiles. Use rain cluster and warhead missiles to kill the boss. In phase 2, the boss spawns lots of purple mucus. If the mucus is not removed, it will either heal the boss or spawn a copy of itself. One way to get rid of the mucus and keep a room clean is to use Lock-on Striker. With that ability, it is possible to kill both the slimes and the boss. The boss also spits out a stream of purple slime. Use Spin Dash to stand on safe ground. At the end of the fight, the boss goes to the middle of the room. Use Elemental Blaster to eliminate the boss. Nora MA03 Adam. This boss has a variety of attacks. First, it drives around on the floor and shoots green fireballs. Hover over or jump to avoid injury. The second attack means that the boss moves around the room in 360 degrees at furious pace. You see how the boss charges before it drives away. Be ready to jump and avoid standing near the walls. After a while, the train calls for a buddy who shoots a giant laser beam above you. Be prepared to move your tank so that the beam does not hit you. The boss can follow up by firing a wide green laser beam himself. Make sure you have enough energy to be able to hover over the beam. Finally, the boss has a missile attack that it uses at regular intervals. Hover over the train and avoid being hit. The trick is to land close to the center so that the second round of missiles can be avoided. The boss also has a second helper who can punch you. Avoid standing near the white teddy bear, it can seriously injure you. Be sure to learn all the patterns and you will win. Eventually. Gonbei. This boss has a number of awkward attacks. He shoots out boomerangs that can be tricky to avoid. The boss also makes a sprint attack through the room. He also drops bombs. Avoid the fireballs that spread on the floor, as well as the rotating green laser beam. The best way to kill this boss is to use rushing attack. This attack does enormous damage to the boss, and after a while you should be the winner. Air. This boss spawns large flowers. Jump or hover to avoid. Occasionally it flies up in the air, moves sideways to avoid injury. After a while some helpers arrive. They drop fruit bombs, use missiles and burn down the boss. Rising Garuda. At first glance, this fight may seem completely chaotic, but the fact is that there are patterns that are important to understand. The key to the fight is the yellow lines that constantly appear. They reveal what attack or ability the boss will use next. If you see a yellow line going obliquely in the air, 4 stars will spawn. Shoot down the stars as fast as possible. If you see that the yellow line moves horizontally at ground level, the boss will attack along the ground. Be prepared to jump and fire a pair of missiles. As the yellow line moves horizontally high in the air, avoid standing on the ground. The boss will hover in the air and spawn blue fireballs that move super fast at ground level. After 2 attacks, the boss will spawn a large blue sphere. Make sure to move away so you're not hit. When the boss hovers in the air, attack with missiles. Occasionally, the boss throws out a couple of bombs. It is important that you eliminate the bomb in the middle using a Thunder Break. This way you can aim upwards and do damage to the boss. If you do not destroy the bombs, you will be damaged by the huge blue field. After the boss is eliminated, one thing remains. You are launched into the air and must shoot down the missile that comes up through the air. Avoid hovering directly in the dark beam. Hover a little to the side and aim at the missile and shoot. Metal Attacker. Not much to say about the game's last boss. Feels more like an RP boss. If you're losing, you get a pink barrier around you that heals you. Burn down the boss as quickly as possible.